Hello and welcome to the daily English news program on Azərbaycan Televiziya, with your host Daily with most important events of the day. President of the Republic of Azerbaijan, İlham received in a video format Minister of Foreign Affairs and Trade of Hungary, Péter Szijjártó.
President İlham touched upon the significance of the visit of the Minister of Foreign Affairs and Trade of Hungary, Péter Szijjártó, to our country, noted the correct direction of the Bilateral Economic Commission, stressed the importance of active cooperation between Azerbaijan and Hungary, the strategic partners in various areas, and expressed gratitude for Hungary's support in our communications with the European Commission. As you know, we are now in the final stage of the discussions on the new agreement. Due to the pandemic and war, these discussions obviously were put on hold, but absolute majority of the items have been already agreed. So, I am sure that in the coming months there should be more progress, said the head of our state, and emphasized that Hungary and Azerbaijan, as two friendly countries, need to activate cooperation in economic area of trade, especially now after the liberation of the occupied territories. There are many opportunities for the reconstruction. Hungary is one of the closest friends of Azerbaijan, and I'm sure that there will be a lot of opportunities for Hungarian companies to work together with us on the liberated areas, said President İlham, stressing the big potential in the fields of agriculture and technologies. Minister of Foreign Affairs and Trade of Hungary, Péter Szijjártó, thanked President İlham for the reception and conveyed the greetings of Prime Minister of Hungary, Viktor Orbán. Our position has always been that Azerbaijan deserves its sovereignty among its internationally recognized borders, said Péter Szijjártó, stressing that Hungary will always show a balanced approach to this issue, speak the truth, and openly express its position. President İlham thanked for the greetings of Viktor Orbán and asked the minister to extend his greetings to the Hungarian Prime Minister.
President İlham also received European Union Special Representative for the South Caucasus, Toivo Klar.
The sides exchanged views on the prospects for cooperation between Azerbaijan and the European Union. The new geopolitical situation in the region, post-war conditions, restoration and reconstruction works in the liberated territories of Azerbaijan, implementation of regional transport projects were discussed during the conversation.
Hungarian companies are willing to participate in restoration and reconstruction works in the territories liberated from the occupation. The Hungarian government will provide financial assistance to these companies. Foreign ministers of the two countries, Péter Szijjártó and Ceyhun Bayramov, informed about this in a statement made to the press after the meeting. One of the main purposes of the visit of the Hungarian Foreign and Trade Minister, Péter Szijjártó, to Baku is to ensure the participation of Hungarian companies in the reconstruction and restoration works in Karabakh. Hungarian Foreign and Trade Minister Péter Szijjártó says that Hungarian government supports the activities of Hungarian companies in Karabakh. The financial support required is provided by the government. The only thing needed is experience, so the companies have it and ready to use it. A $100 million credit line has been allocated for Hungarian companies to join the reconstruction work. At the same time, the government will open a new $1 million loan project to support companies. Hungarian companies have good experience in road construction, construction of water pipelines and railways, lighting, agriculture. Azerbaijani Foreign Minister Ceyhun Bayramov stressed that the steps taken by Hungary to join the reconstruction work in Karabakh and the allocation of $100 million by the Exim Bank of the country to companies involved in the projects are highly appreciated by Azerbaijan. Today, an exchange of views on the experience of Hungarian companies in the field of railway construction took place and road construction was discussed. Moreover, the concept of smart city, village was also on the agenda, noted the Azerbaijani Foreign Minister. During the press conference, it was also underscored that pharmaceuticals account for half of Hungary's imports to Azerbaijan. One of the largest energy companies joined a pipeline cooperation project in Azerbaijan. Hungary is preparing to buy natural gas from Azerbaijan, which is of great importance for the Southern Gas Corridor. The Hungarian Foreign and Trade Minister stated that at the end of 2020, a new reality emerged and the Southern Gas Corridor was built. The pipeline transports natural gas from Azerbaijan to Europe, and that is a very important fact. By that time, the construction of the collector connecting the Bulgarian and Greek pipelines will be completed. At the same time, the Hungarian gas pipelines will be connected to the Serbia pipelines. Therefore, it is very important for Hungary to buy gas from this pipeline. We can get a significant amount of Azerbaijani gas. We can even depend on it in 2023-2024. Negotiations have already begun with SOCAR to expand cooperation in the energy sector and build the necessary pipelines, emphasized Peter Siarto. Foreign Minister of Azerbaijan, Ceyhun Bayramov, highlighted the interest in establishing relations between Azerbaijan and Hungary and other countries in the field of passenger transportation that will be considered soon. A friend in need is a friend indeed, said Peter Siarto, thanking the member states of the Cooperation Council of Turkic-speaking states, including Azerbaijan, for their support in connection with the pandemic. It was noted that 44 agreements have been signed between the two countries so far. 10 more documents are being prepared for signing. Every year, 200 Azerbaijani citizens study at leading Hungarian universities under the extensive scholarship program. By the way, the Memorandum of Understanding between ADA University and the Hungarian Diplomatic Academy on cooperation in the field of diplomatic training, information and documentation exchange was signed by Rector of ADA University, Hafiz Pashaev, and Hungarian Minister of Foreign Affairs, Peter Siarto. Last year, the volume of trade turnover between Azerbaijan and Hungary increased by 9%, as well as 8% in imports and 60% in exports, respectively. Minister of Labor and Social Protection of Azerbaijan, Said Babayev, said in his speech at the Azerbaijan-Hungary business meeting held in Baku. The minister said that as a result of mutual interest and efforts, and in accordance with the existing potential, the relations will expand in the coming period. He noted that 19 Hungarian companies operate in Azerbaijan in the service, transport, trade, agriculture, repair and construction and other fields. Minister of Foreign Affairs and Trade of Hungary, Peter Siarto, said this country has always supported Azerbaijan's just position and is interested in further development of relations in all areas. The sides also exchanged views in new construction projects in the liberated territories. Visiting delegation led by Chairman of the Foreign Affairs Committee of the Grand National Assembly of Turkey, Akif Çağatay Kılıç, met with the Speaker of the Milli Meclis, Gafarova, on March 10th. During the meeting, Turkey's political and moral support for Azerbaijan during the Patriotic War, that the brotherly Turkish people are always stand with Azerbaijani people, was highlighted. These relations between our peoples with a common language, religion, culture, history are based on true brotherhood. The role of parliaments in the development of our relations was also discussed at the meeting. Chairman of the Foreign Affairs Committee of the Grand National Assembly of Turkey, Akif Çağatay Kılıç, said that they always rejoice at the successes of Azerbaijan. 515 cases with novel coronavirus were registered in Azerbaijan. 201 people recovered after treatment and released home. 7 people who earlier tested positive for COVID-19 died. The overall confirmed cases in Azerbaijan have reached 237,775, with 230,116 recoveries and 3,257 deaths. The number of active infections is 4,402. To detect new infection cases over the past day, 8,462 tests and overall 2,671,613 tests have been conducted in Azerbaijan. The task force under the Cabinet of Ministers reported. That was all for today. Thank you for being with us and see you next time.